Hello, coaches and basketball enthusiasts. Welcome to the Coach Carvalho podcast, a podcast that explores the world of basketball analytics and bowl training methods. I am your host, Coach Carvalho. In today's episode, I want to take a moment to reflect on this season, where I have been, what I have learned, and what coaches need to think about moving forward, especially as we head into the Final Four and the following season. Before diving into today's topic, I want to thank my podcast audience of over 5,000 listeners for being part of this journey. It's been a long and demanding season for me and Smart Hoops Analytics. Between working closely with coaches and providing insights to help them win unexpected games and chase championships, I haven't had much time to release new episodes. On top of that, I made a big move to Houston to position myself in a bigger basketball market and promote the business more actively. All of that combined made it difficult to stay consistent with the podcast. But now, with that behind us, let's get into the first episode of season 3. As we approach the Final Four, most of my team partnerships for the season have wrapped up, which gives me the space to reflect, share lessons learned, and officially resume season 3 of the podcast. If you have followed my work, you already know I'm not a conventional coach. See, I believe in tactics and training, methods grounded in basketball analytics. Through years of coaching, I have learned this is the formula for real success. It's how you win championships, even when you don't have the most individually talented team on the court. Why has this mattered so much to me? Because I coach to win. Finishing second or third and losing to a powerhouse by a few points doesn't cut it. I've embraced basketball analytics as a tool that can bridge the talent gap, level the playing field, and increase a team's chances of beating any opponent anytime. At the beginning of the season, many of my podcast episodes highlighted one major issue. Most teams were running reactive defensive systems. These systems weren't focused on reducing the opponent's possession time, limiting shot attempts per possession, or decreasing point production per possession. Instead, teams allowed opponents to play within their rhythm. Very few defenses forced opponents out of their comfort zone. Offensively, I noticed a clear pattern throughout most games. Poor shot selection and over-reliance on the three-point shot, and a lack of tactical adjustment when those shots stopped falling. This season showed us that shooting, especially from beyond the arc, often became the deciding factor in many outcomes. Some teams managed to win games on hot shooting nights, but without a backup plan, they couldn't sustain that success or advance deep into the NCAA tournament. The University of Alabama was a true example of this pattern. While they had the ability to score in bunches from three, their offense struggled when the outside shots weren't falling, and they lacked a consistent plan B to adjust and keep the scoreboard moving. That over-reliance ultimately limited their progression. In my analysis, the 4 teams that reached the Final Four were the ones that maintained balance throughout the season. They defended at a high level and ran a smart, data-informed, and balanced defense. Their shot selection was intentional, and they distributed scoring across all areas, inside the paint, mid-range, and from the three-point line. For teams that fell short, it's time to rethink. At this level, coaches must have a data-rooted tactical plan and a plan B on both ends of the floor. Defensively, it's time to adopt less conventional approaches. The data shows very little trapping, ineffective passing lane denial, and few strategies to reduce opponents' time and point production per possession. Predictable defenses got exposed. In contrast, teams like Houston, Duke, and Florida have shown a more balanced game. Auburn made some strides defensively, but they still rely heavily on the three-point shot, which continues to be a risky strategy when not paired with tactical flexibility. As you start thinking about next season, Smart Hoops Analytics is here to help. We offer preseason packages to help you implement a conditioning and training plan built around stat-based strategies. We'll help you understand how to apply this approach and even how it connects to recruiting the right players for your system. Coaches, basketball analytics isn't just for elite programs. It's for those who want to win championships regardless of roster. Every game, every season is an opportunity. And if you're not competing to win, you're letting that opportunity slip away. As we wrap up today's episode, thank you again for being part of the journey. Season 3 will continue with more lessons, game breakdowns, and straight talk about what actually works. My mission is the same, to help you compete to win and play smarter with data no matter your roster. Let's make next season smarter and more strategic. Visit smarthoopsanalytics.com to learn more about our preseason analytics package. Contact us if you have questions or want to build a customized preseason plan for your team. At Smart Hoops Analytics, we are here to help you raise your team's chances of success next season. Well, coaches, that wraps up today's episode. If you found today's discussion insightful, we'd appreciate your support by leaving likes and comments on our podcast website. Your feedback helps us continue to deliver valuable content and attract potential sponsors. We also encourage you to share your insights and experiences with us, as they will help us improve future episodes. Your participation makes this podcast a community, and we value your contributions. Remember, you can access our podcast on various platforms, including TuneIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and more. Coaches, I eagerly await you joining us for our next episode. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in your coaching. And remember, Smart Hoops Analytics is more than just numbers. It's about turning those numbers into smart strategies to enhance your team's chances of success to win games and championships. So what are you waiting for? Contact Smart Hoops Analytics today and let us contribute to your success. Stay tuned for more insights, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until next time, I am Coach Carvalho signing off.